Good morning, VC. It's Glen Kellaway coming to you from the basement. Behind me is my CD collection. Uh, Robert made Robert Hagerman from Robert's on My Turntable made a comment jokingly on my latest video that he was impressed by what he could see of my CD collection, but I was in the way, so we couldn't really see it. So I'm still in the way, but you can see a lot of it. I have about 2,500 CDs, I think. Most of them are here, but I also have like under where my stereo sits. I've got like probably another couple of hundred there, and other box sets scattered around and stuff. But a lot of box sets on the top there too. But I still love CD. I'll never understand the. It has to be vinyl, nothing else. CD definitely has some advantages. Obviously, vinyl sounds warmer, and I understand the passion for it, but there's room in my life that I can love both. So it's been an interesting week. A lot of stuff going on in the VC, a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. Valentine's Day yesterday, had a wonderful day. My wife made a lasagna that, oh, I felt like I was in a Michelin restaurant eating this. It was unbelievably good, so good, and she made a big pan of it. And I thought about, should I have it again tonight for supper? But then I went, no, man, I got enough weight issues. I don't need to be eating 3 pounds of lasagna every day. So we're gonna freeze it, and I'll just have it every once in a while. But it was so good. Oh. Anyway, last week, so a few weeks ago, the man I've been best friends with for over 50 years, his name is Gord. We met in grade 10, I think in 1969. So you do the math, 52 years or something like that. We've been really close friends. And he called me, last summer he gave me his record collection, which was about 200 albums. Out of the 200, I'd say 160 of them were in VG+++ to near mint. Some that never played, it seemed. So I really scored there, and I was so grateful. He called me a couple weeks ago and said he found a few more records. So I drove over last week to pick them up. There was 33 albums. And again, there's the odd scratch, but nothing, just light surface scratches and stuff. But most of them are in really excellent condition. I've cleaned a few of them, so I'll show you the ones I've cleaned so far. The other ones, just from visually, they look great. I just haven't got around to putting them through the machine yet. But some cool stuff. Bear with me for a second. First, I remember when Gord got this. His wife Shelley, whom I love dearly, bought this for Gord for his birthday back in the 70s, and I remember it was a European import and really expensive even back in the 70s. Like, I'm thinking it was like 40 or 50 bucks when it came out. Santana Lotus. That's an original pressing. It's a beautiful, beautiful set. Trying to, there's a whole bunch of inserts in here. I'm trying not to drop them. This is Santana Live in Japan, and it comes with these, there's the insert sleeves with Santana Lotus on them. Oh my God, okay, let's put that down there. And it comes with these inserts. I can't even open them. They're kind of like, it opens right up into like a poster kind of thing, but very cool. And the vinyl is in beautiful condition. Again, it's like you just put it away. Look at beautiful, beautiful labels. So I was so excited that this was included in the pile. Yeah, three album set. This one's really gorgeous. Love the pink and then the blue on that side. Santana Lotus. great album. I mean, he does all the classics on here, you know, Black Magic Woman and Samba Petit, and oh man, unbelievable. So here's a couple of the other albums I found. Man, I forgot how great this album was, and it is in mint condition. Warren Zevon. Man, what a great album. Asylum Records. I've been playing the hell out of this the last few days. This was, if I remember correctly, produced by Jackson Browne. But it's got some great songs on it. Hasten Down the Wind, Poor Pitiful Me, Muhammad's Radio, Carmelita, Desperados Under the Eaves. Great, great album. Okay, what's next? Oh, I've been playing the heck out of this one. I've been looking for a used copy of this for a while, and I can't find one in good shape or worth that I could afford. This was included in the pile. One of my all-time favorites, Van Morrison, one of my all-time favorite Van Morrison albums, St. Dominic's Preview. It's in excellent shape, man. Again, I've been playing the heck out of it. It's on Green Warner Brothers. Oh man, St. Dominic's Preview's on here. Jackie Wilson Said, Listen to the Lions, Gypsy. Oh, what an album. What an album. What else? This is an incredible album. I was a big fan of these guys, Marshall Tucker Band, and this is their best album. It's live, in studio, Where We All Belong. If you've never heard this album, it's incredible. They do some blues stuff on here with wailing guitars that'll knock your socks off 24 hours at a time, Rambling on My Mind, Every Day I Have the Blues. Just a freaking great, great record. I'm so happy to have this too, and again, mint condition. The second best solo Beatles album ever after All Things Must Pass. John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band. Now this one's on, this is a reissue on the Purple Capitol label. It's not on Apple, but sounds great. First Dire Straits album, my favorite Dire Straits album. Another one, that's a great sounding record. And yeah, that's about it for now for those that I've cleaned up, but I still got like, I don't know, 25 more sitting in there. And there's a couple others that I've cleaned. Elvis Costello's this year's model. I can't remember what else off the top of my head. Another Van Morrison, Hard Knows the Highway, which sounds awesome. So I have cleaned quite a few, but there's still a lot more in there to go. So I'll show them to you next week. I did buy a new record last week. When I was on my way back from Gord's, I called this record store, Cops Records, that was on my way home, and said, "You guys open for curbside or anything? Because everything's still shut down here for the most part." And they said, "Yeah, you can pick something you want." I said, "Tom Waits, Mule Variations." My favorite Tom Waits album. I have it on CD, but the vinyl edition sounds wonderful. I love this frickin' album. If you're into Tom Waits, this is one of his greatest. Tom Waits, Mule Variations. And inside one of the records, I found this, excuse me, interesting thing. Check this out. P.T. Barnum's Greatest Show on Earth and the Great London Circus combined with Jumbo. There's Jumbo the Elephant. I mean, that's 1800s. This is a reproduction out of a newspaper from a poster, circus poster from the 1800s. I was trying to source it out. You could find pictures and stuff online that were very similar to this. I couldn't find this exact one. And I'm thinking, oh man, is this newspaper from like the 1800s? And then I turn it around, and it says on the bottom here something about 1973. So I'm thinking it's almost 50 years old. But I'm going to frame that because I think it is really, really cool. So I'm gonna frame that up. Okay, the VC this week. Contests. First, poetry on Plastic. Michael, Poetry on Plastic, all one word. Really cool channel. Michael's quite an accomplished musician. He plays the oboe and plays in an orchestra that travels around and stuff. Like, really cool. We got chatting on comments, and he's played at one of the most wonderful halls I've ever been in my life in Toronto, called Corner Hall. It's Koener. No, Koener. Corner Hall. Beautiful place, affiliated with the University of Toronto. It's just a gorgeous hall. Incredible acoustics. I saw Bela Fleck, Edgar Meyer, and the amazing percussionist Zakir Hussain there, all in one show, doing a concert together, which was fabulous. But yeah, he's played there, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, Michael has 5,000 subs. Got a lot of people watching him, man, and it's a great channel. I had it sub, but I wasn't really paying attention to it, so I apologize, Michael, because you got a great channel. He's doing a 5,000 subs contest, and the prize is a MoFi Bob Dylan album and a classical album of some kind. I can't remember, but check out Michael, Poetry on Music. Very cool channel. Prague Hat, my friend Edward. I still haven't entered this contest yet. I'm going to do it in the next couple days. I promise, Edward. He's got 2 contests going on, one vinyl, one CD. You can enter them both, but the vinyl one is, the question's kind of Beatle related, and the CD one is kind of Prince related. Now, I don't have any Prince in my collection. I'm just not a big fan. I recognize the man's greatness. Just that I'm more into, like, I could name like 5 Prince songs that I like, and after that I can't do it. I don't know why, but I'm not slamming Prince at all. He's an amazing artist. So yeah, check out Edward's Prague Hat contest. And my friend Brian, Brain Twain. Brian out of Seattle. Snowy Seattle. He's got 4 contests going on, one each week. So he's done 2 are ongoing right now. The 3rd one is just up. It's all about a genre of music. What album kind of started the genre and how you got into it and stuff like that. What influenced you to explore that genre of music. I think I'm going to do newgrass music as opposed to bluegrass music. I still haven't done that one yet, but it's coming. Yeah, snow in Seattle. So if you watch any of Mazzy's videos, Mazzy's doing whack-a-moles, and I think he's whack-a-mole number 95, and then whack-a-snow number 96. And he's got pictures of himself outside building a snow. I think it's a snow woman, because she's kind of well endowed for a snowman, but very funny. Yeah, Mazzy, that, like I said, I commented to him on Instagram, that's just a day of bad sledding in Canada. Don't get too excited about a little bit of snow. But they sure got piled on. The weather's weird. Yeah, that's it for contests. Oh, new channel. I want to give a shout out to a really nice guy. He's got like 40-some subscribers. Please, Rich Strickler is his name. Rich. Hold on a second. Rich Strickler. Please subscribe to him. He's trying to get more subscribers, and he's a really good guy, and he's got a great taste in music, and would really appreciate it if you'd go over to Rich's channel and give him some love. What else is going on? Chris Prophy. Man, that guy's talented, and a super guy. Just when he talks about music and records, it's great, but when he plays his guitar and sings, man, it's awesome. He did a video this week with a John Prine song that I love called All Night Blue. I hadn't heard that song for a long time, and Chris did an absolutely beautiful job of a beautiful song. I just want to give I complimented him on a comment, but man, Chris, that was so good. Go check out Chris singing All Night Blue. What have I missed here? I got a bunch of notes. I did a kind of a tribute video to it, but you have to mention the passing of Chick Corea. I mean, one of the great musicians of all time. Just look him up on Wikipedia, do a discography and extensive stuff. I mean, just the man was just an incredible musician. He passed away at the age of 79 from some rare form of cancer. So it's that frickin' disease. Talking to my friend Randy Nelson this week. Randall Nelson's the channel. We had a Zoom chat, and Randy's a great guy. I just freaking love him. I think if we lived near each other, we'd be just the best of friends, man. He's a sweetheart, and we have so much in common musically. It's unbelievable. But we were talking about just how we listen to music in the car and stuff like that, and he has a memory stick, a flash drive that he has put all his favorite songs on. He's got like 8,000 songs on it, and he takes it in the car and he just puts it on random, and every song that comes on is a favorite. So he got me kind of inspired to do that, because I have a CD player in my car, so I burn, I buy CDRs and I burn my CDs, and I leave a bunch of them in a big binder in the car, so I always have something to listen to. But I got a memory stick. It's 16 gigs, so it holds like 4,000 songs or something, or maybe less, I don't know, 3,000, whatever. So I started loading stuff on there. I've loaded most of my Beatles albums and a whole bunch of Dylan and some Deep Purple and The Doors and you name it. I've got it loaded on there. I don't know how many songs I've got loaded on there right now, maybe just a few hundred, but yeah, I'm gonna do it. So we'll see how it goes. At first I started making a list on an Excel spreadsheet, but I'm going, geez, I mean, I'll just keep loading songs on it. 8,000, if I keep 4,000 or 5,000 songs on it, we'll find them. So anyway, it's kind of fun. What else is going on? TV. I started watching this show on Netflix. It's half documentary. Well, it's maybe 3/4 documentary and the rest is reenacted. But it's called Wormwood. And I'm really fascinated by this part of American history, the CIA and their experiments with LSD. They thought it was a true serum back in the 50s and 60s, early 60s. They experimented with a lot of people who were unaware they were being dosed. And this is the story of a scientist who worked for the CIA. They decided they were going to use him as a guinea pig. They went away for a weekend. They took 11 scientists with them and said it was just to get together to talk about, what's going on. He went and they dosed them with LSD in their drinks. Unfortunately, this gentleman who this show's about did not take it well. He freaked out. He was the only one who really freaked out and had adverse reactions afterwards, to the point where he was really depressed, feeling worthless. Just he couldn't get over it. It really screwed him up. And eventually, he was in New York City and he jumped out of his hotel room to his death. They were saying, did he fall out or did he commit suicide? And they kept the family in the dark, knowing full well that what the CIA had done to him. And it's the story of the son, his son delving into it, and eventually they end up having a meeting with Gerald Ford, who was president at the time, and he tried to kind of cover it up. They didn't really want the family to know all the CIA secrets, and eventually it all comes out, and it's just a really fascinating documentary. I just recently read this book, because I am fascinated by that whole thing. This is called Acid Dreams. It's a great book, the history of LSD, the CIA, the 60s, and beyond. Written by Martin Lee and Bruce Schlane. Really good book. Excellent read. If you're interested in any of that stuff, I highly recommend this book. Really good. Yeah, what else am I doing? I think that is about it for me this week. I'm gonna introduce a segment. I always say, get off my lawn. I'm gonna introduce a segment called Get Off My Lawn. But I gotta have something to be really pissed about, so it's coming. As soon as I find something. I was gonna do it on IKEA today, but what the hell? I'll give you a preview of it. So IKEA, who hasn't bought a piece of furniture from IKEA? And, you know, if you're like me, you put it together without the instructions, then you realize you put the right side on the left side and the left side on the right side, and you take it all apart and you do it again, then you're finished and you got 3 screws and 2 nuts and a bolt left over, and you're going, well, where the hell were they supposed to go? Then you start taking it all apart and you look at the instructions and you do it right. But the record stands, Expedit they were called, E-X-P-E-D-I-T. They made great record stands called Expedit. They were fantastic. I have 2 of them. I had 4 of them at one time. When I sold my vinyl, I sold 2 of them, kept 2. So now I have them for, but I'm getting too much vinyl now. I need 2 more. Well, they don't frigging make Expedit anymore. They tried to save cost cut by making them like a half an inch smaller in dimension. So they don't fit with the Expedits anymore. They're close, but it's not the same. It's like, where the hell did you flirt around with something like that? How much money could you have saved on a half an inch of friggin' wood? Man, IKEA, get off my lawn. Anyway, it was going to go something like that. It's been 21 minutes. We'll see you next Monday, plus through the week with all kinds of stuff. I got some great video ideas coming up, and I really appreciate people watching. Love you all. Peace out. Have a great day.